Hello, this is Mrs. Jacobs, and I will be demonstrating GOMath Chapter 3, Lesson 3.2. Teaching point. I can estimate products for 2 digits by 2 digits. Okay, and this still is 4.NBT.5. So let's start by reviewing estimating products from Chapter 2 before we begin with this lesson. In Chapter 2, we learned how to estimate products when multiplying a 1-digit factor by a 2, 3, or 4-digit factor, like shown below. Okay, before we begin, the most common mistake that students make is that they multiply to find the exact answer, then they estimate. But that's not what we're supposed to do. Estimating is supposed to allow us to multiply much easier. So we don't need to multiply and find out the exact answer first. No, we will estimate first, then multiply. So let me show you how that's done. So it says estimate 4 times 89. Okay, now this is a review of Chapter 2. So 4 times 89, the 4 stays, but the 89, since it's in the tens place, right, we're going to round to the nearest tens. So 89 rounded or estimated to the nearest 10 is 90. So now I have 4 times 90. So I just estimated. Now I multiply. 4 times 9 is 36. My 1 0 makes it 360. Now this is an estimated amount. It's approximately 360. We are not finding the exact answer today. We're only estimating the products for today. Next example, estimate 567 times 3. Okay, well 567, that number goes up to the hundreds place. So I'm going to round that to the nearest hundred. So 567 rounded to the nearest hundred is 600. And the 3 stays. And I do the basic facts. 6 times 3 is 18. But this time I have 2 zeros, so 2 zeros will go to the end of the product of 18. So 567 times 3 is approximately 1,800. All right, the last one, estimate 8 times 7,111. Now that is a 4-digit number, and that goes to the thousands place. So I will be rounding that number to the nearest thousands. So it will become 8 times 7,000. 8 times 7 is 56, and now I add 3 zeros. So it is about 56,000. Yay for me. All right, so now that we have reviewed Chapter 2 on how to estimate products, we will now move to how we're supposed to estimate products in Chapter 3. Okay, so since Chapter 3 works with 2 digits by 2 digits, we will realize that for every example, we're rounding to the nearest 10. Why? Because all 2-digit numbers only go up to the tens place. So we're going to start with the first one. Estimate 67 times 23. Again, now I'm rounding both factors. Okay, so watch me. 67 rounded to the nearest 10 is 70. Now 23 rounded to the nearest 10 is 20. Again, now that my factors are estimated, now I can estimate the product. So 7 times 2 is 14. And I have 2 zeros. So 67 times 23 is approximately 1,400. All right, so we're going to do 2 more together. Next one, estimate 88 times 99. Again, we're rounding to the nearest 10. 88 is about 90. Now 99 rounded to the nearest 10 actually becomes 100 because that is the next 10. So I am going to put 100. Okay, so now again, we don't want to rush. We want to do our basic facts, which is 9 times 1. And that gives me 9. But then I need to go count up all the zeros I see in both of the factors. So I see 1, 2, 3 zeros. So now I will add 3 zeros to my product. 1, 2, 3. So 88 times 99 is about 9,000. Okay, and our last one is 11 times 52. 11 is rounded to 10. 52 is rounded to 50. Now I can estimate the product. So 1 times 5 is 5. And this time I only have 2 zeros. 1, 2. So 11 times 52 is estimated to be 500. Okay, again, these are all estimated answers. And when we see questions that ask us to find out about how much, about how many, what is the best estimate, approximately, those are questions that are telling you as a math student that we don't want the exact answer, we want the estimated product. All right, so we are going to do some word problems. And the reason why is the whole goal is to learn how to estimate products, but we need to know how to do it inside a word problem. Okay, we have to relate it to a real life situation So we are going to copy and solve the word problems in your math notebook. Write your answer in a complete sentence. Remember to include the word about, or approximately, or estimate. And the reason why I say is because you can't say that Bobby has 600 notebooks, because if we estimated, we need to say that he has about 600 notebooks. Okay, so make sure we're wording that sentence correctly. So here comes your first word problem, and I will read it to you. Remember, when solving these problems, always pause the video so that you can copy it and solve it, then unpause it to do the other examples and repeat the process. Okay? First word problem. Mrs. Jacobs and Mr. Pontario are planning to take a trip to the movies with their students this year. The trip will cost $17 for each student. There are 63 students going on the trip. About how much will it cost for all the students to go to the movies? Now, the word in about is in bold because that should jump out at you. And we have to take notice when problems have these types of words in it. Okay? So you can pause to copy and solve in your math notebook. And yes, we are planning to take a trip to the movies. We just don't know when. Jake rents a canoe for 12 days. The rental charge is $57 per day. What is the best estimate for the total cost of the canoe? So there is a canoe. For some of that, I put a picture so that you could see what one looks like. Okay. A rental charge is a charge to rent the canoe. For every single day, per day means each day, Jake will have to pay $57. Okay, so please copy and solve in your math notebook. And we are done with this lesson. So I hope this has helped you. And I will speak to you again real soon.